What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you a few hover spots that I use in GBs. I'm going to talk fast, so let's jump right in. This one's on Biolab. This one will basically stop any A-cross if your sniper shot's a little bit better than mine. And the next one I'm going to show you will be from the same green cat area, but it'll be focused on the B-bomb. A lot of people like to push around back purple or get on top of back purple, and you can pretty much shut that down from up here. Don't ever see this high in the air. The third spot I'm going to show you is not so much a spot as it is just a general tip when you're using hover. People have a really hard time seeing you in the top of buildings. If you can get in a lot of these buildings on Biolab, there's several in Eskies, in Blue, several in the Biolab that I'm showing you. A lot of the pros use this in Hardpoint, but you can use it in several places on a variety of maps. You're hard to see. You'll almost always get at least a kill out of it. The fourth spot I'm going to show you is a place to clear top purple. A lot of people on defense try to get here, and you can jump, hit your hover, and shut that rush down. The fifth spot is for after you've already planted the bomb. I like this spot, but it's not what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you those green Ys that you see. You can get on top of those Ys in a variety of situations, but after the bomb is down is actually best, especially if you got another teammate up, because you can call any cross out from blue or green circle, and you can still drop behind anything coming green plat. Drop behind them, shut them down, and get the kill. So let's move on to solar. If you haven't been sniped out of this spot yet, that's good for you. You jump up right on the D, you hit that spot, you hit your hover, and you hit the snipe. You're going to shut anybody trying to snipe down or trying to call out that A rush if your shot's pretty good. It's a hard shot to hit. The next spot I'm going to show you is a spot to clear the B-bomb. You can also see top glass from up here, but it's primarily used to see if you can get them to bait them into coming to the B-bomb and planning like nobody's there. They'll plan on that side most likely. You can also use this spot to rush A. When people rush A, you can get in this corner. You can also see yellow cat from up here if you look the other way. This spot is used to clear a very common spot in that school window. A lot of people come here to make sure that nobody is rushing their back atlas, and you can pretty much shut that down from there, but you can't stay too long. The second spot is where I normally sit almost every GB for at least a few rounds, because you can watch the flank when your teammates go B, but you can get the added benefit of jumping up and making sure nothing's coming through hospital. And even if somebody comes to check here for you, they're rarely going to see you this high in the air. The third spot, if you take nothing else from this video, take this spot away. You can beat them here with an ASM-1, and you are going to shut down the B rush that's probably going to happen at least once in a GB. You'll almost always find two people here. I would aim down that stairwell just in case, but then you can get, most of the time you can get the two-piece by surprise and shut them down. This is a spot that most people use to snipe, but they do it on the blue barrier instead of behind the safety of this wall. If nothing else, you can call it out, but you're very hard to see up this high in the air, and hopefully your sniper shot's better than mine. Let's move on to recovery. You can hit this spot pretty quickly off the spawn, and if the other team is waiting out some GB nades to cross A, you can get there quick enough to maybe get a kill. You can also flip around and watch B from here to make sure nothing came behind you, and somebody might run underneath you jungle. You can also use this spot to make sure nobody rushes your top plat when you're on offense. The third spot I'm going to show you is an off-the-map hover. It's a little bit tricky, but it's easy to get after you get into a rhythm. You'll have to practice it just a little bit, though. You can use this to make sure nobody's rush planning A through the bottom of yellow. They might wait out your nades, they might not get hit, but if they're coming A, one's going to come that way, and you're going to pick him off. Fourth place is another off-the-map hover. It's a little easier. You can really control how far you jump out right here because it's kind of open. But if you jump out here and smack your hover, if anybody thinks it's funny to rush yellow and you are having problems shutting it down, that's a good way to shut it down. The last spot, you got to make sure not to hit this fan when you jump up because it will knock you off the map. But if you use this as a head glitch, a lot of people like to rush or spawn on this map. You can watch about 4 different directions and really shut it down. Let's move on to terrace. I've only got one on terrace because this is where I sit almost every defensive round. We normally have one person rush B so I don't get shot in the back. I get right over top of this tree, hover, and you can watch the A cross. I've never seen anybody do this but myself. And you can basically shut anything at A down. You can also see the bomb. Moving on to right, there's 2 that I really like here. One is to shut down the rush on defense. It's really hard to stop people getting your top third. This is a great way to stop it because not only can you stop people getting top third the majority of the time, you can also call out top security and double AC. And the added benefit of making sure nobody gets your third. You can also see the bomb up here if you poke out, but you're a little bit more vulnerable. And this spot basically shuts down any B rush. Thanks for watching.
Stim.